got to do something. I've got to do something. If it's just one thing, they would be happy. Even if it's just one thing. Oh, hey everybody, Amber here, and welcome back to my channel. Now, it's the middle of November and I've got such bad writer's block, video editor's block. I mean, I've always wanted to do a Christmas special for you guys, but, well, I have no ideas. That's essentially the case. I don't know what to do. I've thought of everything, and this is just me saying, I guess there isn't really gonna be a Christmas. Oh no! Oh look everyone! It's a ghostly doppelganger of me from another universe. You're a bit late, aren't you? Ah, well, I'm glad if I can. I'm always late for holidays anyways. Do you have any idea of what's been going on at the moment? No, I have no idea what's been going on. Please enlighten me. Well, your friends want you to do another review. I mean, what, it's been 6 years? 6 years since your last one? Well, I don't really have the resources nor the time to sort of do it anymore. Well, I can't really help you on that one, but I was gonna say, what about one for your Christmas special? Maybe I could? Yeah? Well, maybe a DVD that your friends want you to talk about. I mean, I think I just have... Are you alright? Yeah!
Children's Christmas Collection was released by Right Entertainment on the 18th of September 2006, according to Amazon. Someone thought it was so good they bought it twice. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 50 minutes and contains 10 shows. The episodes on the DVD include Little Red Tractor, Winter Lights, Budgie the Little Helicopter, Budgie's Blizzard, Ethelbert the Tiger, Ethelbert and the Polar Bear, Postman Pat and the Ice Ladder, Titch, the Christmas Tree, Merlin the Magical Puppy, Merlin on Ice, Meow, Merry Christmas Maisie Mac, Clifford's Puppy Days, Clifford's Winter Spirit, Gran, Snow Gran, and The Tangerine Bear. 5 BBC shows, 4 ITV shows, and 1 movie. So the story is, I got this DVD from a charity shop in West End in London, but this was 2018, and it was £1.99. Ever since then, I've watched this every single Christmas. It's become a tradition. A review on this has been so long overdue, so for my Christmas treat for you all this year, I will delve into this and share my personal opinions on it. So we'll start off with the front cover, and it looks promising. Heck, Gran doesn't even make an appearance considering there's only 9 squares. This DVD features characters from Right Entertainment's library. I think they were trying to lean towards the basis of the hits children's favourites DVDs, but to be honest, there weren't a lot of Right Entertainment compilation DVDs released. 10 Christmas episodes packed with seasonal celebrations. Well, only 4 of the episodes on here are actually Christmas themed, and the rest are themed around snow or winter. My first thought on the Tangerine Bear was, what is this? Why does he look so goddamn depressed? He ain't even orange, bro. It turns out that he's from a movie released in 2000, and Right Entertainment had the rights. Get it? Moving on to the back of the DVD, it tells you a description of each episode and says there's a special Snowtime Shuffle feature, which plays the episodes in a random order. So it doesn't have much to offer special features wise, but still, it's nice and simple, I suppose. Snowtime Shuffle sounds like a Fall Guys stage. I really think the designers should have really thought about what they were putting on the cover of this DVD. 10 Christmas episodes, 10 special winter episodes. Well, come on, make your mind up.
One thing I have just noticed on this DVD cover is that Budgie is mirrored.
Okay, after finding that out, I cannot look at this DVD in the same way ever again. Let me just... yeah, that's better. And another thing is, random words on this DVD cover have capital letters in them, in the middle of a sentence. Anyway, for continuity's sake, I will be reviewing these episodes in order, and for quality's sake, all footage shown from the DVD is taken from a direct rip I did onto my computer, so you're getting it in the most perfect, lossless quality. I mean, the design on the disc is actually really lovely too. It has pattern jets and a lovely little image. So without further ado, let's do what I do every December and stick this DVD into my Xbox. Ah, yes. What a classic. So after the Right Entertainment logo, we get two promos, one for Little Red Tractor Winter Light and one for Postman Pat's Magic Christmas, which the latter I actually grew up with. I would watch it all the time until it was damn scratched. We then arrive at the main menu, where we are greeted by some snowflake silhouettes of the different shows on this DVD and some jingly bells. What I do find funny is that there's a little goof on here. The 2004 iteration of Fun Song Factory is shown in the silhouettes despite actually not being on the DVD. There's literally no episode on here. I checked through the rip, I checked through the folder of all the things it ripped from the DVD. There's nothing. It's only on the home menu. So what I presume is that they were going to add it on the DVD and then ended up changing their mind. Maybe they swapped it for the Tangerine Bear. To be fair, I would have preferred Fun Song Factory on here instead of the Tangerine Bear. If there was an episode on here, I would presume it would have been the episode Christmas.
I'll see you next year, bye bye.
Same to you. So the first show we've got on this DVD is Little Red Tractor. This particular episode is about Stan making his own Christmas light switch on when the one that Ryan and Amy were going to gets cancelled.
I was out with my torch last night, couldn't spot any though.
Last night?
Don't ever pause this show.
I must be getting old. I don't recognise any of the pop stars these days.
A side story is that this guy sees a UFO.
I think you're going potty.
And Mr. Jones keeps getting his seed stolen. Of course, these two things get linked at the end.
Mr. Jones?
Yes?
Birds don't come out at night. They sleep.
Sleep? Ah, yes.
The comedy timing of this show seems really well put together. It seems like there's something in it for adults as well. And it seems like Boombox Hammer is treated as an actual celebrity in this show, probably on the same level as Eminem or Jay-Z or someone like that.
I've told Amy and Ryan to come over later and we'll have a turning on ceremony.
Yeah, that got me a few times. Of course, they do have the ceremony in the end, and in place of Boombox Hammer, we have Little Red Tractor. Heck, the show was so good they made a kiddie ride out of it. Next up, we have Budgie the Little Helicopter.
You called?
Wait, Budgie the Little Helicopter? Oh man, now I'm gonna have to say it. This show was produced by the Dublin subsidiary of Fred Wolf Films. The American side of this company were known for making television shows such as the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and James Bond Jr. I always wondered why they shared the same art style, and now I know why. This episode follows Budgie as he struggles to get to a remote farm to transport Mrs. Fairweather to the hospital. She has just gone into labour and she's stuck on a remote farm with her husband? Wait a minute, I've seen this dude before! There's a bad storm coming and it begins to snow. Chuck is as annoying as ever.
But he's only a little guy. Well, I don't like to say I told you so.
He is a massive helicopter who can fly at 20,000 feet and not get cold. His fuselage can drop down to a temperature of minus 25 degrees Celsius, yet he complains about a drop of water landing on his roof. Also, I'm fully convinced that Frank Welker was a guest star on this show. Budgie makes his journey to the farm but overcomes a few weather obstacles on the way, not including the train nearly destroying him. He then arrives at the farm to transport Mrs. Fairweather and Jeremy Clarkson to the hospital. She ends up having a baby boy and they decide to name it
Jack B. Fairweather, and the B's for Budgie.
Budgie then freezes to death in a field, which is a setup for a follow-up episode, but that's for another story. And now it's time for Ethelbert. Ethelbert and Dillip go behind the magic waterfall and meet a polar bear who has lost his family. To be honest, Ethelbert never really held my attention that much. It never really got my interest as a kid.
Come on, I have to say at least one thing about every show on this DVD.
I haven't got any friends.
Relatable. They end up finding the polar bear's home.
I'm hungry now.
Manners, Ethelbert. Manners.
Ethelbert behaves like me in any sort of situation outside of my own home. We are then taken back through the magic waterfall where Ethelbert now has a snow Dillip. Not that much to say about this show, but it's charming. And now it's time for Postman Pat, Postman Pat, the 2004 version, and the stolen concept from his Welsh fireman counterpart. It's snowing, and after Julian provides an accurate portrayal of the Thomas community, his school gets closed because of the weather.
It's Alf's new ladder.
Pat is horrified by this discovery, but it proves useful because he then goes around and helps people with it. Tom and Katie Pottage then get stuck on the frozen pond and have to be rescued by said ladder. The animation is charming, and as someone who really grew up with this show, it makes me feel really nostalgic watching it again. The animation by Cosgrove Hall is absolutely superb. The puppets are built beautifully by Mackinnon and Saunders. I can never say that word.
My brother and sisters think I'm very small, but I'm growing a bit every day, and when I'll be big, I'll be good at the games that they say I'm too.
That's better.
Created by Pat Hutchins, aka Loopy Lobes herself, this show follows a day in life of Titch, like a slice of life show. But it's genuinely realistic. Adults complaining, brothers and sisters complaining. It feels like the narrator as well as his mum are the only positive adult figures he has in his life.
Actually, hang on a minute. That reminds me of a promo. Take a look at this.
This is Titch. He wants to share his fun stories with you on DVD and video. Titch loves to try new things, but sometimes gets into trouble. Luckily, brother Peter and sister Mary are there to help.
What? Except when they're constantly turning on him in every single episode. Instead of asking if Titch is okay, his father and his siblings end up booting him out of the living room where he goes to wrap Tailcat's present. Of course, we have a happy ending where the decorations are on the tree and the lights are working and everyone is happy. Son, you know what else rhymes with Titch?
Son of a bitch.
For I'm growing a bit every day.
I can't freaking sing, please help me escape from this pain I'm suffering.
We're halfway through the DVD now, and whilst I'd personally love to give each show the same amount of words and jokes and stuff, I don't think it's possible. I don't know whether it's because I wasn't raised on some of these shows or if I just have writer's block. I don't know, but you know, it happens.
On a more lighter note, Merlin the Magical Puppy is the next show. Probably my least favourite show on this DVD. I had to force myself to watch this episode again to write this script. I can't listen to Martin Clunes as Merlin for too long, otherwise it just morphs into Kipper.
I didn't know another dog lived here. Now I'll have someone new to play with.
The cast is a standard example of two actual celebrities and a voice actor. Merlin simps for Kizzy and tries to become an ice skating star to impress her. However, this Garfield Heathcliff wannabe... Does he even have a name? Is it Oscar? Oh, right, it's okay, sorry.
Oh dear, you're not very good, are you?
No filter.
Oh! I'm tired of talking about this show now. Can we just move on, please?
Well, I'm glad we got through that. And now it's time for... Now, one thing about the theme song, it's sung and composed by the legendary Scottish trio, the Singing Kettle. Scylla sung it. I don't know what these guys did. This show is like a continental crossover, produced by Welsh company Serial Productions in association with Scottish Independent Television and SKD Media, formerly the Sleepy Kid Company. Crazy, right? The town is putting on a pantomime, and Maisie Mac is worried her dad won't be able to make it. But who comes along in the end? Father Christmas is Fursona, who actually brings along Maisie Mac's dad. I'm fully convinced this mouse is Welsh.
Can't we use a turnip instead? It'd be easier to push.
No, it's got to be a pumpkin.
Also, the credits slap.
That accordion. Play that again, please.
The next show we have is Clifford's Puppy Days, the spin-off show to Clifford the Big Red Dog. The day I found out that his hairdresser octopus himself, Freedom Bremner, singing the theme song was A random day of the week ending in
Why?
Norville has no one to hang out with on the first day of snowfall. Everyone is busy with their own traditions. This is one instance where I prefer the US dub over the UK dub. We didn't have Grey Delisle, Henry Winkler, Susan Blue, Lara Jill Miller, and everyone else, unfortunately. Still quite sad about that. We were stuck with voice actors who use the same voice for every 3 characters they do. Anyway, Norville gets really lonely and his friends come along and surprise him in the end. Then it ends. Wait, that's not the end? There is a small side story about Speckle and his friends Reba, Luna, Robbie and Darnell. Speckle brings back gifts for everyone from his holiday. Wait a minute, that's not Christmas related, what's going on? I love how Susan Blue is still credited as the voice director. Unless she actually did voice direct the UK cast. Next up we have Gran! Probably Woodland Animation's most forgotten show, with an intro that goes unbelievably hard thanks to its slappy bass line. Thanks Brian Daly.
Hello Gran, how are you? How'd you feel today? I just came by to see if I could be of help in any way.
Gran follows the antics of Gran
Dad!
and her grandson Jim. She always has something to complain about because she's a miserable old bitch. Every time I've watched this DVD, I always thought it was a shovel she used, not a broom. And then there's me not even realising that she says,
I'll have to get the shovel to clear a path.
I love the gnome there wearing Gran's glasses. A theory that I've come up with is that Gran takes place in Greendale because there's Bill Thompson, Sarah Gilbertson and Katie Pottage. What are they doing here? Gran and Jim then go sledging and chaos ensues. Oh, Jim, I've broken a limb!
But something else had caught Gran's eye. Ooh.
Alf? How much was the budget on this show?
Gran! Gran, are you all right? Where could she have got to? I'm here, Jim. I bet you've never seen a snow Gran before.
Oh, I get it. Snowman. Snow Gran! It's a play on words! And Gran was never seen again.
And so, we've come to the final part of my review. Now, you're probably thinking, why am I in a onesie? Why am I not in something Christmas themed? Well, there is no worse feeling than getting a cold around Christmas time. It's the worst feeling. You don't feel as holly jolly, holly whatever, as you hoped you would be. So your mood goes downhill and you just really can't do what you wanted to do. I had a lot more planned for this live action segment, but at this time I don't feel like filming a lot, so you can have this filler right here. I've got to be careful though, because there'll be a company who will have my head in if I share sound, or proper footage and sound from this film. Hope you enjoy the final part.
The Tangerine Bear, Home in Time for Christmas, is a movie released in 2000 and stars the voices of Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Howie Mandel, David Hyde Pierce, Jenna Elfman, Marlon Wayans, Tom Bosley, John Polito and many more. Country singer Trisha Yearwood narrates the movie and sings multiple songs for it. I swear she has the most perfect voice for this sort of stuff. The original film is 48 minutes long, but for this DVD it's been cut down to 20 minutes. So some musical numbers and scenes have been smoothly omitted. I find it odd how they chose this movie out of all of the other shows that they have in their library, considering it doesn't even appear on the menu. I think it was not meant to be on here. So this film basically, he's a bear and he gets turned upside down by accident, and so he goes into the smile machine and his smile gets printed on the wrong side up. So he's constantly depressed. He then does not get bored no matter where he goes, and then he ends up going to Winkle's Emporium where he makes friends with these other toys, and then he sunbathes too much and he becomes Tangerine. Of course, I'm not able to use any actual clips from this movie with sound because I will be copyrighted by the people who made the movie, so I'm just being cautious. I don't know why they're asking where Tangy is. He was literally right there before they went through the door. Despite my initial negative feelings towards the special, my opinion has changed after watching it so many times. It's a lovely film, the voice cast is outstanding, and I can't wait to watch the original cut at some point this Christmas. This guy's looks and voice remind me of animated Bruce Wayne. The most beautiful part of this special is the closing line that's delivered by Trisha Yearwood. If you look close enough, sometimes the things you want are right in front of your nose. That being different can make you special, and that happiness has no particular address.
That is beautiful. Simply beautiful. And now it's time to take out this DVD and wait another 360 something days to watch it.
Hey-ya!
Oh god, not you again.
So, come on, tell me what you thought of it.
Well, okay, I'm gonna admit, it was quite a good DVD. I had a lot of fun, you know, watching it and reviewing it and stuff, and it has its down points, like the menu and the inclusion of the tangerine bear. Still have no idea why they did that. But I suppose it has a lot of variety, and that's what makes it more interesting. I really wish I had a Santa hat on right now. I genuinely could not find one to film this segment, so I guess I just have to stick one on myself. Anyways, that concludes my review of Children's Christmas Collection for the DVD player. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did reviewing it, watching it and putting it all together. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me, and I hope you all have a very happy holiday. Take care everyone. Bye!